peoples of the highest possible level of health. 27. The WHO and UN will become the controlling agencies in the US in the event of a declared pandemic level 6. 28. The World Health Organization, WHO, has developed a global influenza preparedness plan, which defines the stages of a pandemic, outlines WHO's role and makes recommendations for national measures before and during a pandemic. Phases. 80. WHO Pandemic Influenza Phases, 2009. Phase description. No animal influenza virus circulating among animals have been reported to cause. Phase 1. Infection in humans. An animal influenza virus circulating in domesticated or wild animals is known to have. Phase 2 caused infection in humans and is therefore considered a specific potential pandemic threat. An animal or human animal influenza reassortant virus has caused sporadic cases or Phase 3 small clusters of disease in people, but has not resulted in human-to-human transmission sufficient to sustain community-level outbreaks. Human-to-human transmission of an animal or human-animal influenza reassortant. Phase 4. Virus able to sustain community-level outbreaks has been verified. Phase 5. Human-to-human spread of the virus in 2 or more countries in one WHO region. In addition to the criteria defined in Phase 5, the same virus spreads from human to Phase 6. Human in at least one other country in another WHO region. Post-peak levels of pandemic influenza in most countries with adequate surveillance have, dropped below peak levels. Post levels of influenza activity have returned to the levels seen for seasonal influenza in 12. Pandemic most countries with adequate surveillance. 29. Efforts by the federal government to prepare for pandemic influenza at the national level include a $100 million DHHS initiative in 2003 to build U.S. vaccine production. 30. Several agencies within Department of Health and Human Services, DHHS, including the Office of the Secretary, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, CDC, and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, are in the process of working with vaccine manufacturers to facilitate production of pilot vaccine lots for both H5N1 and H9N2 strains as well as contracting for the manufacturing of 2 million doses of an H5N1 vaccine. 31. On October 27, 2005, the Department of Health and Human Services awarded a $62.5 million contract to Chiron Corporation to manufacture an avian influenza vaccine designed to protect against the H5N1 influenza virus strain. This followed a previous awarded $100 million contract to Sanofi Pasteur, the vaccines business of the Sanofi Aventis Group, for avian flu vaccine. 32. According to the New York Times, as of March 2006, governments worldwide have spent billions planning for a potential influenza pandemic, buying medicines, running disaster drills, 83, and developing strategies for tighter border controls due to the H5N1 threat. 33. In October 2005, President Bush urged bird flu vaccine manufacturers to increase their 94 production. 34. On November 1, 2005, President Bush submitted a request to Congress for $7.1 billion to begin implementing the national strategy to safeguard against the danger of pandemic influenza. The request includes $251 million to detect and contain outbreaks before they spread around the world, $2.8 billion to accelerate development of cell culture technology, $800 million for development of new treatments and vaccines, $519 billion for the Departments of Health and Human Services, HHS, and Defense to purchase influenza vaccines, $1.029 billion to stockpile antiviral medications, and $644 million to ensure that all levels of government are 96. prepared to respond to a pandemic outbreak. 35. On the 6th of March 2006, Mike Leavitt, Secretary of Health and Human Services, said U.S. health agencies are continuing to develop vaccine alternatives that will protect against the evolving avian 97 influenza virus. C. 2009 swine flu outbreak. 36. In March and April 2009, an outbreak of a new strain of influenza commonly referred to as swine flu infected many people in Mexico and other parts of the world. 37. The new strain was first diagnosed in 2 children by the CDC, first on April 14 in San Diego, 78 County, California, and a few days later in nearby Imperial County, California. Neither child had been in contact with pigs.
This is a result. This report is a result of the botched attempt in 2009 of shipping those tainted vaccines that they mentioned the Chechenian person went the extra step and tested the vaccines. I think everybody remembers the big to-do about that. But this is a report that was the result of that, to find out how things got shipped from Dietrich Air Force Base to those 16 facilities with live viruses. So, as you know now, they're currently trying to force the fourth vaccine.
1338. The outbreak was first detected in Mexico City, where surveillance began picking up a surge. 80. In cases of influenza-like illness, ILI, starting March 18. 85. 39. On April 18, the Mexican cases were confirmed by the CDC and the World Health 86 Organization to be a new strain of H1N1. 40. Cases were also reported in the states of San Luis Potosí, Hidalgo, Querétaro and Mexico. 87. State. Mexican Health Minister Jose Angel Cordova on April 24 said, "We are dealing with a 87 new flu virus that constitutes a respiratory epidemic that so far is controllable." Mexican news media speculate that the outbreak may have started in February near a Smithfield Foods pig plant. 88. 89. Amid complaints about its intensive farming practices, although no pigs in Mexico have, citation needed, tested positive for the virus. 41. The first death from swine flu occurred on April 13, when a diabetic woman from Oaxaca died. 91. 92. From respiratory complications. The Mexican fatalities are alleged to be mainly young adults, of 25 to 45. 94. 42. Although by late April there had been reports of 152 probable deaths in Mexico, the WHO had received reports of only 7 confirmed deaths as of April 29 and explicitly denied the 96 larger figure. 43. Mexico's health secretary declared that around 100 early suspected deaths from swine flu 5 could not be confirmed because samples were not taken. 44. Cases were first discovered in the U.S. and officials soon suspected a link between those incidents and an earlier outbreak of late-season flu cases in Mexico. Within days, hundreds of suspected cases, some of them fatal, were discovered in Mexico, with yet more cases found in the U.S. and several other countries in the Northern Hemisphere. Soon thereafter, the UN's World Health Organization, WHO, along with the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, expressed concern that the H1N1 could become a worldwide flu pandemic, and WHO then raised its pandemic disease alert level to phase 5 out of the 6 maximum, as a signal that a pandemic is at the imminent level. 45. According to a summary of latest H1N1 developments in the United States by Alexander S. Jones, May 19, 2009, a H1N1 may have killed an infant in New York who developed cyanosis with rapid progression to death. This is an ominous parallel to 1918. This suggests viral pneumonia, but we have no confirmation whether this is from the New York consensus strain, or a new recombinant, mutant, or reassortant is unknown at this time. http://www.flutrackers.com/forum/showthread.php T equals 105,092. http://www.myfoxney.com/dpp/health/109_7_possible_death_from_New_York_City B. Dr. Neiman has estimated there are currently 1 to 10 million infections in the United States. This matches my own assessment. With a case fatality rate of 0.1%, we can expect 1,000 to 10,000 deaths. Although it has become clear at this point the authorities are covering up the spread of the virus. With a case fatality rate of 0.4%, we can expect 4,000 deaths. http://www.recombinomics.com/news/05180901/swine_Japan_6.html.
What you have to remember is also the people, especially in the United States, not only has to stand up against this forced vaccine, but the indoor farming that Obama forced upon the farmers, where they keep the pigs inside and the animals in such small quarters. Actually, I can't think of the word right now because I'm actually very tired. According to documents, it feeds the virus, and it's a way of spreading the virus quicker. Plus, it's just inhumane to, if you're going to raise animals to slaughter, they should be out free running around in the grass and not being confined to a space they can't even stand up in. I mean, I don't eat meat, and you can tell by the frustration in my voice that people are just so silent, not only to try and save themselves or their kids, but the continuing suffering of animals just feeds the satanic energy to keep it going and keep it strong. Let's continue.
1338. The outbreak was first detected in Mexico City, where...
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn the page.
14. C. H1N1 is rapidly spreading in schools. The articles I have pasted below are only the tip of the iceberg. This is across the country at this point. Lowell had 123 students call in sick Monday and sent another 71 home with fevers and other flu-like symptoms, the representative said. http://www.flutrackers.com/forum/showthread.php T equals 105,174. http://www.bizjournals.com/phoenix/stories/2009/05/18/daily24.html. The Dana Hall School in Wellesley has been shuttered for the next week after nearly 100 students and staff called in sick with fevers, sore throats, and other flu-like symptoms. A spokeswoman for Dana Hall School in Wellesley said Tuesday there is no indication that swine flu is what prompted 90 students and 8 faculty and staff members to call in sick on Monday, but the move was made after consulting with state and local public health officials. A spokeswoman for the state public health department says there are no confirmed swine flu cases at the school and no one associated with the school is being tested for the disease. http://www.flutrackers.com/forum/showthread.php P equals 235,635 #post 235635 http://www.boston.com/yourtown/news/wellesley/2009/05/flu_closes_dana_hall_school_in.ht